everybody! It's been so long! Oh my gosh, everything's kind of funky right now. I'm like, do I have all the lights on and everything? No, it's just a weird time of day to be here. Hello everybody, it's so nice to see you. This is a very unplanned stream. Me and Mr. Swtorista just got back from a nice, very long vacation. We went camping in Yosemite. It was absolutely wonderful. I picked out a few photos to show you guys. But unfortunately for me, and awesome for you guys, the developers finally scheduled and did their developer live stream about update 7.9.1, and oh my gosh, did they include a lot about 8.0 stuff. I've only heard some very small cliff notes. I decided not to try and really disseminate anything while I was on vacation, but I am so excited to be here now. So what we're going to be doing is first we're going to say a big thank you to Valen and Andy for both subscribing. Valen's at 50 months of supporting this project, which is absolutely wild. Thank you. And Andy's actually at 3 months. Thank you. Oh, and Banoff. Hey, Banoff, you too. Every time I see your name, I think of Banff. Banff is another national park. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you see Sam in Yosemite? Sam, like the Yeti? Like Sasquatch Yosemite Sam? Oh, I'm so dumb. This guy. So yeah, I'm really excited about looking over the developer live stream, to be very honest. Let's see. What would be the best way to show you guys photos? So we're gonna watch it together. I'm gonna be watching it basically as the first time. You guys, maybe some of you have already seen it. If not, you're gonna get to enjoy it through my eyes. I was watching it brand new. Flare gun, thank you so much as well. Appreciate that. Yay! I'm gonna go buy a new tent. JK, my tent's fine. A lot of the times I get to kind of experience the game through your guys' eyes. You're like, I've never done this operation, or I didn't know that little trick, or I love that. So you guys will get to watch the developer live stream through my eyes, so that's going to be really fun. Yeah, there's also a drop live right now. I don't even know the details or what it is, to be very honest. I know I've got a black screen. It's because I'm waiting to show you my photos from my trip. I think I'll show these again on Monday in case anyone misses this one. So I'm just going to do a little quickie. So am I going to jump on the PTS tonight? I don't know. I don't think so. So I know for sure that on Monday we are going, it looks like Team Disco is trying to put together a team. I think we have like 5 people so far, so I'm not entirely sure. I haven't checked in on everything yet. I'm still like logisticking everything from coming home. But I know there's some other stuff to check out the PTS that isn't an operations boss, and I might check on that depending on how tired I am after we take a look at the developer live stream itself, right? Okay, so here I'm going to show you guys a couple photos. So I went camping in a place called, oh yeah, we can stream PTS, we sure can, absolutely. Nick says, what? Nick, what are you doing? I don't know what that means. Is that person selling viewers or just saying hi? So we went camping in a place called Yosemite. Yosemite is a big national park. It's one of those popular ones in the world, especially during the springtime when the snow has melted and the water is being dispersed throughout the park in the form of waterfalls, meadows, beautiful lakes, beautiful rivers and streams. Right now it's very hot and very dry. So quite a few different times during our stay there, it was 105 degrees outside. If anyone could do the translation into Celsius for me, that would be awesome. But it was holy frickly hot outside, and we are staying in a tent. But normally we bring our own tent and we go camping, but all of the campsites were sold out. So we stayed somewhere called Curry Village. Oh, Guppy, hi! Those are the same tents from National Lampoon's Vacation? No way! So this is Curry Village in Yosemite. Hey, Ojojo. Ojojo says, I'm from Germany. I watch you at 6 p.m. local, but right now it's 3 a.m. Go to bed! Oh no! Yeah, so we just got back from camping, so that's why I'm streaming at such a weird time. When DCH says, I was supposed to go to Yosemite in the winter of 6th grade, but got the flu, so we went in the summer instead. Oh, so you didn't get to see it? Oh, you didn't get to see it in snow, but you got to see it in summer, like I did, so that's kind of cool. That's the turlet, I think. My family used to stay at Curry Village in the 1960s. Oh my gosh, Dr. Hubs, the price to stay there was probably a lot lower. But yeah, the tints were actually pretty okay. It was very expensive to stay there, which wasn't my favorite thing. But it was actually a really nice interlocking of staying at a hotel versus staying at a tent. I tend to not sleep well in a tent. We recently purchased like a mattress pad for my cot, so I'm hoping that might help next time. But there's like a full bed in there. Not much else. But there's a full bed, a really comfortable mattress on a bed holder. What's it called? But it was wonderful. Flare Gun said I was just at Yosemite last month, so gorgeous there. Oh, so your experience would have been very similar to my experience. But yeah, 105 degrees multiple of the days during the hottest part of the day. It's so hot. But it was really, really pretty. So there was still water there. This was a little stream that we came across. It's a beautiful, beautiful, very lush place. Especially in California, we have a lot of... Yeah, Luna, go to bed. If you're over in the East Coast, it's 9 p.m. for you guys. Nice of you to say hi. You can always come watch this another day. So we live in California. We live in Southern California. We live LA, basically. And here there's a lot of dry scrub brush desert kind of locations. It's hot and it's dry. There's no lush plants. There's no little rivers and stuff like that. Oh, what happened?
The Force will be with you. Always.
I have lost all sense of time and reason.
Winter. It's a 6 p.m. on a Sunday for me. This is not the correct time. I'm sorry. It could be Yosemite Lodge or the Ahwahnee. Nice places, but very expensive. Yeah, we actually visited the Ahwahnee, which is a full hotel all the way up in Yosemite. Very beautiful. And then we looked at the prices and we're like, oh, never mind. So lots of people were like playing in the river. It was so cute. We ended up not going in there, but that's glacier water. So it's literally freezing. And here the weather is like 100 degrees. Wonderful. So hot. We just got back from camping in Yosemite. Yeah. There's me on a horse. Look at that. Look at that. You're so jealous. I wish I could live in California or Arizona. I need hot weather to cure my anxiety. I have to win the visa lottery one day. It's a little too hot in Arizona and California some of the time. So California vegetation, we call it chaparral. Yep. So there's a lot of chaparral where we live. I was trying to remember what the word for it was. But this is pine trees. This is lush vegetation. This is so beautiful. So yeah, we went on a horse. It was super fun. Mr. Swtorista's horse really didn't want to go. This is like what the view of a lot of areas was, just a billion trees. So there's ponderosa pines, there's incense cedar, and in certain specific spots, there's a very special tree that I'll show you in a bit. This is, we went up to Glacier Point, which is one of the large mountain features in the area that gives you a really, really beautiful view of the valley here. You can kind of see this big dip, and this big dip would normally just be kind of like a V shape where the river cut its way through over time, over a very long period of time. But there was a glacier that was going through there, so it makes a U shape instead, as the glacier kind of shoved its way through very slowly. Very, very beautiful view. This is called Half Dome. This is one of the famous mountains of the area. And this is another view we got when we were hiking. Mr. Swtorista made me do a 5-mile hike down a mountain. He was trying to convince me to do the 8-mile hike down the mountain, and I told him, no, are you an idiot? I don't want to. And I still can't walk, really. I'm still hobbling around after the 5-mile one. And I'm so glad we didn't do the longer one. Proctor says, I can't do horse riding anymore. I want to go fast on horses, and the company's doing trails and whatnot. Very much do not want me to do that. That's right, yeah. If you're going on a horse ride with a company, it's just to enjoy being with a horse. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. So there was actually, we weren't in the prime of spring, so there wasn't as much water as there had been in the past, but there was very much enough to sit down and just do some beautiful looking at nature and stuff like that. I actually spent one morning, the next morning after we did our 5-mile hike down the mountain, Mr. Swtorista was like, I want to go hiking again. And I said, no, I don't want to. You can't make me. And so I went and sat in the meadow and I spent my time painting. Beautiful little streams right now. A lot of the streams are like an inch deep. So they're very pretty still, but they're not very, very lots of water. Oh, thank you. Yeah. It was such a wonderful little vacation that we went out and about, and just, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, the last area we went to in Yosemite, this is the southern part of Yosemite, there is a sequoia grove. There's also a place called Sequoia National Park that is somewhere different in California. Yeah, we touched some good grass for sure. Oh, my legs can't work anymore, but we touched so much grass. Meadow grass. And so there's a place called Sequoia National Park. We have also been there a couple years ago. It was a wonderful, amazing vacation, and the sequoia trees are really, really amazing. They're very rare type of giant tree. They're pretty famous around the world. You may know of redwood trees. These are very similar, but not quite the same. Yeah, Wawona, you got it. Good job. Wawona is the area of Yosemite that these are in, and these trees are so amazing. Look how big. This is one of the trees that fell down. This is the butt of the tree, like the roots. That's me. I'm a little over 5 feet. So I'm not super tall. I'm like average woman height. But like, look at how big that tree is. That tree is giant, and this is what it looks like up and down. So the sequoias that we saw in Sequoia National Park were big enough that like they could be a skyscraper. Like literally, they were so big you can't even see around them and stuff. These ones were still huge and very wonderful. Mr. Swtorista once again said, I want to go hike out to see the other sequoias. And I was like, have fun, honey. I'm going to stay on the 0.5-mile loop right here and sit and park my keister down and enjoy some nature. So I actually just sat there and read a book for like an hour. It was great. I loved it. It was wonderful. They're so pretty, though. Did you see any snakes? We did. If you give me a second, we saw a little guy. Let me download a few more photos to show you. So we often tend to see snakes hiking, even the rattlesnakes. They don't really want to bother you. They're not necessarily aggressive. They're more like, please leave me alone, but they can get scared, you know, just like any other creature. Let's see. Save this one. Save this one, and we'll save the picture of what it actually is. What's that little creature? We were able to see a snake when we went hiking this time. We actually probably would have missed it, except one of the people ahead of us in the path was like, there's a snake in my boot, JK. There's a snake. Okay, so first off, this is not a snake. This is not a snake, but there was a lot of these little guys. These little squirrel guys. You can't see, he's got a big fluffy tail. Little guy there. You've been there to Sequoia and Kings Canyon? We did too. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We went horseback riding in Kings Canyon. That's my request. I'm like, if we have the money saved up, I'm always like, can we go horseback riding? If there's a place to go to it. Look at that little guy. Yeah, little guy. Some of them are really fat. So here's the snake we saw. For anyone who doesn't like snakes, it's not a very big photo and it's very blurry, so you're probably fine. The next photo is going to be kind of scary because it's a live illustration. But yeah, he's a little, let's see what we can see right now. The bottom part right here is his little face. See, can we enhance? Not really. His little face is right here. He's got little kind of splotches, and he actually has a little rattle tail right back here. It's very small and thin, but he does have one. He was actually just kind of crawling around on the trail. He wasn't doing anything. He eventually crawled in a crevasse, and we just stopped there and watched the snake. But we were able to see show a picture to one of the park rangers there, and she was able to help us identify it with a little handy dandy book. And so it was a northern Pacific rattlesnake, and we've seen all kinds of the California diamondback snakes before for sure. So yeah, such a wonderful trip. I'm absolutely pooped. On the last day we decided to stop at a hotel on the way home, so we didn't have to drive all the way home because we couldn't, I think it was something like we couldn't get another day for the Curry Village Hotel or something like that. I forget exactly what the rule was, but we went and watched. Do you guys know this? Dine-ins, drives, and diners. Oh, I always forget the name of the show. Diners, drive-ins, and dives. Diners, drive-ins, and dives. And our family members love these ones. My mom actually, I think, watches this show too. We'll watch it if it's on the TV sometimes, and we don't really have regular TV anymore. But we were at a hotel, so we didn't have all our regular stuff that we'd watch, and we just threw on the TV, normal old TV, and there was dinings, drivers, and diners, and dashes, and I was joking to Mr. Swtorista. I was like, that looks good, let's go there. And he's like, it's in Chicago. And I'm like, that looks delicious, let's go there. And he's like, that's in Florida. That looks amazing, let's go there. Oh, that's in Sherman Oaks. We could potentially actually go there. That's we could go there. And I was like, oh. So we actually stopped there on the way home and went to one of the places on the show. It was so silly. It was like, why not? It was truly the why not era of our lives. The flavor boy, that's right. Fiery guy, that's right. Live by his frosted tips. Yep. They even had a little plaque on the wall. It was very, 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 very good. Yum. Taste. I wonder what those captions look like, me saying very, very like 40 times. Okay, so that was my trip. And now we're gonna dig into watching the developer live stream. You're gonna have to give me a little bit because this is a little bit different than how we normally do it. So I'm not sure I have it set up quite correctly. Let's duplicate this one.
Welcome to the Academy, a series focused on the basics of Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Not me.
Are you an experienced Star
Stop
Wars:
it.
The Old Republic player who has everything unlocked and just wants a quick checklist to prepare your characters to level up fast?
Okay. I think we're on the right track here, though. So we're gonna go see Star Wars: The Old Republic. So it'll be twitch.tv/SWTOR. We don't want to hear that later. I'm busy. SWTOR. We don't want to hear that. I just went to my own channel instead of the official SWTOR channel. That was also not correct. Okay, SWTOR Summer Livestream. Got it. Okay, cool. Oh, that's fun. They called it that instead of update 7.9.1 because it was about more than just the upcoming update. Welcome to the Academy! I'm really struggling. It was in the area called Sherman Oaks. I think it was called Bone something or other. It had some really, really good ribs. That's all I know. That was all that was important to me, to be honest. Okay, let's see. Interact. Yeah, there we go. This. And then what's cool is Zach had a special task and he took all the screenshots and stuff already, so I can actually just enjoy it for once in my life instead of having to like furiously be taking notes live.
Manager.
I'm Eric Musco, Game Director. Welcome.
Hello. Welcome back, everyone. We have quite a bit to talk about. We're going to be talking about 2 game updates. We're going to be talking about 791 and 80.
That's right. 80.
Didn't make a
80.
bingo.
It's
Weird saying,
I'm
weird saying,
sorry,
weird
you
saying
guys.
zero.
I like throwing you off. It's just like one of my favorite things. But silence on
I'm
the
like, what?
phones.
He's just over in the corner, like watching something else. He's like, I'm bored. I'm out.
Oh, he opened the stream.
So let's get a
That's
sound check.
okay.
That's
I
great.
mean, because like all the
Louder?
time anyways here, we're
Yeah,
gonna. It's like accruing towards the active Twitch drop.
That's true. Good segue.
That is active right now. If you watch for 1 hour of live SWTOR content, you can redeem a runic decoration poster. Be sure though, if you don't have your account or if you don't have your SWTOR account and your Twitch account connected, be sure to do that on SWTOR.com in your profile account page. There we go. This is what it looks like. All right, isn't that gorge?
It's awesome.
It's absolutely lovely. Now, this is going to be a little different. So usually whenever we have poster decorations for Twitch drops, they typically stay active for about 14 days. However, we do anticipate that 791 is kind of sort of around the corners.
Yep.
So in that case, if 791 goes out the door before this campaign expires, the runic poster will go down, but on 791 launch, it'll come back up alongside the next Twitch drop, which would be the Vectron Colette EM4 mount.
Yep.
Which you can get by watching 5 hours of live content.
That's right.
Yep. So basically, if you
That's cute, and a reskin.
too long didn't hear that because you were making lunch in your kitchen, poster now, poster and mount later.
That's right. So you
Okay.
would get basically another 28 days of the poster.
Yep.
That should be sweet.
Yeah. So that's the only little bit of a difference with the decoration.
That's right.
Okay. what are we talking about today?
That's right. So on the summer live stream, or winter for those of you in the southern hemisphere, here's what we're going to be talking about. 791, as Jackie just alluded to, right around the corner. We got a bunch of stuff in it. Galactic Season 11. We have a bunch of stuff coming into the cartel market, and Feast of Prosperity on the horizon as well. We have some new rewards coming for that as well. Yep. And then, as Jackie alluded to, we have we're coming back to talk about 8.0. So we're going to check in on what's there. So first, we're going to talk about the things that were already there. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of new stuff that you don't know about. And of course, as some of you may have noticed, you might be able to patch PTS right now because it might be opening today. So if you haven't,
Push the button.
now's a good time to start patching PTS because you'll be able to play it within the sound of my voice today. So.
Yeah.
We'll talk about what's be available for PTS.
Oh, you're talking about everything 8.0.
I am talking.
Be the Musco show.
You're going to be hearing a lot of my voice today, so I hope you like it.
Yeah. What's our team name, by the way?
Today?
Yeah. Wait. I want to say that we're Team Musco, but with a K.
So, Jusco? Let's do Mackie. I like Mackie. I like Mackie. The Mackies have it. Let's keep moving.
Albert, thank you.
Okay. Galactic Season 11, Light and Shadow.
Light and Shadow. Now, this is actually going to begin on August 18th. Keep that date in your mind. And it will be operating similarly to Galactic Season 10. So that means previously available rewards are going to be making a return, this time from Seasons 2 and 4.
Yeah, so one quick thing on the date, too. So if you were paying attention a minute ago, we said Galactic Season, we said 791 is right around the corner. And if Galactic Season 11 is going to start on the 18th, there's going to be a little bit of a gap in there, so it might, Galactic Season 11 might be starting like a week or two.
Tell him the date.
Okay, Keith's just yelling at me to tell you the date, so I'll stop being coy. Our planned target is that 791 is coming next week. So things can change, but you should probably anticipate the 791 is coming next week. Stay tuned for a final announcement on that, but that's where we're targeting. So if that holds tight, that means there'll be a 2-week gap between the launch of 791 and Galactic Season 11 starting. So just remember that when you open 791, Galactic Season 11 won't be there. We just always like to have a little bit of a gap for you in between Season 10 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, because Season 10 just ended.
that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
So speaking of, Galactic Season 11 will operate just like Galactic Season 10 did. 2 fan favorite rewards coming back from Season 2 and 4. Sorry, not 2. The companions are fan favorites and everything else that's packed into those seasons as well. I'll let you continue. Sorry.
We're Team Mackie
That's
over
right.
here.
Yep.
So yes, the companion gifts are making a return to the vendors for Benzale and Amity. And in case you did not get these companions the last time that Seasons 2 and 4 were active, well, here's your second chance. This is what they look like.
Yeah.
I love Amity. That design is just so good. But wait, there is more. The last time we talked about Galactic Season 11, we weren't able to show off like all the new rewards, but here today we are. So
cool.
Fenzale
We
is going to
have
be
new
getting
picks.
2 new customizations, the Blaster Twirler and Headhunter customization. So beautiful outfit and also a little bit of a skin tone change
That's
as well.
right. Yep. New skin tone on I think the Twirler.
And then we have Amity's
Yep.
Penumbra customization.
Yep.
This is pretty slick for a couple of reasons. Not only is it a great armor set, but also
Yeah. Not only is it a new customization, it's also actually
something that you can wear yourself.
That's
So
right.
displayed here is the female body type for 1 and 3 and male body types 2 and 4, so that you can kind of get a little bit of an idea of what this armor set will look like on your own play
interesting. Look at the
character.
different body
That's right. So I want
types
to do a little
too.
bit something a little bit different to kind
What
of
is the hat
differentiate the two
like? Is that
companions.
like
So for
Empo?
Fenzale, you'll be able to get
Kind
2 new
of?
customizations, and then for Amity, it's going to be 1 customization. But that customization is going to be something that
And
you'll
a
be able to
sword,
get
yeah. I
as a
like that
fully
shirt.
playable, fully earnable player.
Casserole
armor set.
dish.
Yeah, so if you're going to be twinning with your bestie, this is your chance to do so.
Yep.
I also wanted to show off how these dyes as well.
Ooh, those
So we
diamonds,
have
yeah.
the metallic red, metallic gold, metallic gray, chrome white. But on the right, sorry, I'm thinking mirrored, but not really, are some of the older dyes like the dark green and light yellow, dark brown and light orange, because we've done like pearlescence and chromes and metallics. So I wanted to show off what it would look like for some of the older dyes as well.
Yep. And then, of course, every Galactic season, we always like to introduce kind of new mounts that are very kind of like thematic or colorized kind of to the companions. And I absolutely just love these new mounts. So Sapphire City Hovercar and Emerald Land
Companion
Hovercar.
mount.
This would have been very confusing if we showed these to you before, because you would have been like, now there's 2 of them.
There's 2 Amities?
There's just so many Amities. And obviously this is the player wearing the armor set with OG Amity sitting in the passenger seat. So Just love this. Can I say for anyone that had just an old, wood paneled station wagon,
Oh my gosh.
you're right there with me right now. We just needed a rear facing seat for safety reasons. Was obviously not permitted.
Not that we're
in,
aging
Galaxy
ourselves or
Farmway.
anything.
Yeah. So very excited. For
So
that.
here is the entire list of new rewards that will be coming for Galactic Season 11. Of course, there's going to be, like we said before, the previously available rewards from 2 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be an entire article going over everything that's going to be available. Is that a
So
fly?
similar to
Going
this
to be
last season,
available.
huh?
Yeah.
Alongside the new rewards as well. So stay tuned because that's going to be published closer to Galactic Season 11 when it goes active.
Yeah, so the important thing on this is just to note is we definitely wanted to call out, especially for the new titles and the labels, just the differentiation of what's going to be available between on the track itself, what's achievement earnable, what's on the vendor for purchase, just to call out those things specifically as well. But yeah, just as we've called out last time, but we just wanted to make sure to reiterate, the vendors, the Galactic Season vendors, are going to be updated with some previously retired seasonal rewards. And then we had mentioned this before, but I just want to, again, really note this, is that after both Season 10 and 11 are done, our intention is that Season 1 through 4 rewards are going to be added to the vendors. In what form and medium that's going to take, stay tuned after that. But obviously, this won't be a problem until next year. But just stay tuned for communications on exactly how we're going to handle that. And then we've made some updates to the classic cartel packs. They've been updated with retired market items. So that's a new gold weapon pack. And then, of course, we made additions to all the silver packs as well. So plenty of things to earn throughout that. Yep.
Let's see. Oh, this is a new slide for me. So objectives for these seasons focus on using their respective companions.
Yeah.
I love Brooks's facial
Yeah,
expression.
so we want to, so that's, again, we want to drive you into using the companions that you're earning through 2 and 4. So as you get Amity and Fenzale, we obviously are going to want to have objectives that are like actually driving you to use the companions that you've just earned as well. And then as called out previously, with these seasons, these are best of seasons. And so if you've never played 2 and 4, these are 2 full Galactic seasons put together all in one place. So it's like the most rewards you could ever possibly earn. And if you have played these seasons before, there's all these new rewards to earn as well. So never a better time to jump in and play a Galactic season like this as well. And then a call out, just because we've gotten questions on this before. So the previous achievement only rewards are earnable from the new achievements, but the original achievements will remain tied to their original season. Okay. So that's just a call out for questions that we had around kind of how the achievements worked.
Yeah.
So.
That is Galactic Season 11.
Yep.
Light and Shadow.
Yep.
All right. Cartel market offerings. This
Yeah.
is pretty exciting.
Yeah, so we're doing something a little bit different with the cartel market this time. So as called out by our sweet and/or inspired sunglasses, when you go to the store, sometimes you're buying an entire outfit, but also sometimes you're just buying
Accessories.
just accessories. That's good that you had. I was waiting for a fan to hit me because I think
I got my glasses.
I think that would count. But often you're just buying accessories. And so one of the things that we've talked about and that we've noticed, right, is like when you're talking about building out the fantasies for your character, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more specific in a second, right? Like a lot of that's about building out or buying some very specific accessories in those things, right? And so the truth is, we've been delivering accessories into the cartel market for quite some time, but we never had a category built for that. So we're adding a new category into the cartel market to put all of those things in one place. So that's things like the sunglasses, the Rascal Toothpick for those that like that, some of the helmets and things that are there. And then beyond that, in 791, we're actually delivering a new set of accessories, and obviously and focused around cybernetics specifically, right? Who doesn't have cybernetics in Star Wars? I mean, everybody's getting their arms chopped off and having a cybernetic arm. In fact, that's an example of one of the things that we're doing. So let me give you 2 examples of the things that we're delivering in 791. I just made a joke about it, but in fact, we are delivering a cybernetic arms, which will be gloves and bracers, which kind of make your arm look cybernetic. Memes aside, it's a very iconic Star Wars thing to do. And so we want to help you deliver on kind of that fantasy, if that's something you've thought about as a fantasy, is having your character's arm cut off, I guess. And then the second thing is looking at the cyborg characters. We've had a lot of requests over the years for, well, I don't play a human-looking character. I play something like, let's say, a Zabrak, and I've always wished that I could have cybernetics on my character. And so what we're doing is we're taking the cybernetics from the cyborg characters, ripping them off, not any one in particular,
and also not literally.
And also not literally. And what we're doing is we're turning those into head slot wearable pieces. So kind of a variety of distributions of the cyborg cybernetics and allowing them to be worn in head slots as accessories for other species, right? And so this will kind of allow a whole variety of species, most other species, to basically allow themselves to become cyborgs if you want to be. So you could be a cyborg Zybrak if you want by wearing that in the head slot. Now, obviously, you may be asking, well, I already play cyborg. What's that mean for me? Well, two things. One,
She's my main.
you already get the cyborg cybernetics without having to buy anything extra from the cartel market. You already have it on your native slider. And two, this might actually allow you to get some of those cyborg cybernetics and get kind of different distributions or something by adding on those pieces into your head slot. So very excited to see kind of how people are going to mix and match those, having a few extra different species of cyborgs running around on the fleet. So that's not all. There's a couple other things that are in there, but that'll be, look for all the details in the cartel market article closer to launch.
Yeah, I was going through them yesterday, and I believe there's about 18
different distributions. Yeah. And again, that's
quite a
just,
few,
that's
so.
just taking a lot of the different pieces that are there and setting them up in kinds of different distributions that seemed fun for your face, my band name in high school. So definitely take a look when we put out the article. So.
There's also going to be some new
Fun
dyes
for your
as well.
face.
Oh, yes, correct. Yeah, there's also new dyes. Which the new dye that we're making is, it's metallic in its coloring.
It's like an oiled bronze.
It's an oiled bronze. Yeah, it looks so good.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So you have the primary and the secondary together, and then we have primary and secondary
And the inverse,
separated as well.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Love it. Yep. Cool.
Speaking of, this is kind of like oily bronze as well. Feast of Prosperity is going to be returning on October 6th, and it'll be active through November 3rd. And there's going to be a new reward. There's going to be a waiter droid customization for Best Boys ship droids.
That's right. Yep. So definitely a new thing to get back into Feast. Get your feasting and cooking going. You can earn a new customization for your ship droid.
Yeah, and extra brownie points for anyone who can identify what this may be.
Yeah, where this might be inspired by. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, always love a new ship droid customization.
All
Very
right.
cool.
Well, we're going to take like a short break.
Yep.
Because this is going to be you.
Yeah, it's going to be me talking for quite a while. So I have tea, but either way, I'm going to do some warm-up verbalization exercises, and then I'm going to come back and talk to you for a while about all kinds of stuff coming in 8.0. So
right.
probably will center my chair maybe, so I'm not weirdly off to the side.
All right. See you all soon.
Thanks.
Okay, this is the part where I'm like very curious about, and I've heard bits and pieces about it. This is the part I'm like, is this what I think it is? Is this my big dream come true? So you guys may have heard me talk about how one of my big dreams is to have a difficulty setting for the earlier parts of the game, and I really hope that's what this is and I'm not misreading it and getting excited over nothing.
All right, everybody. Well, I would say grab a drink too, I guess, and have a seat, and let's dive in and talk about 8.0. So before we get into too much new stuff, and don't worry, I won't belabor this too long. Just a quick reminder of the things that we already talked about when we're talking about 8.0, our anniversary update. So, of course, 8.0 will include the next era of story. Quick note, I'm not talking about that at all today. We're obviously going to save that for a later stream where we will go in a deeper dive about spoilers, and we'll talk all about what that means. Ashley's even sitting right there, but we'll cover that in a bit in another stream. So level cap is going to go up to 85. That's obviously relevant for the content that we're going to be going into, and it's relevant because there's going to be harder content for you to play, and of course you're going to earn some new abilities and combat balance that's relevant to PTS, which we'll be talking about later as well. I'm also going to tell you about some new abilities. There's going to be a new gearing system that obviously is relevant to combat changes and all the other things. We're not going to go into deep dive on new gearing today as well. That'll be covered on a later stream, but at least wanted to cover that was coming. New 3-boss operation coming in Story and Veteran in 8.0 with Master to follow later. That's one of the things coming to PTS today, so we're going to be talking about that later in the stream as well. And then, of course, the new planet, the Twi'lek homeworld of Ryloth. Not going to be going into details on that today either. That'll be covered in a later stream, but at least wanted to cover, this is the things we've told you already. So in case this is the first time you've heard us talk about 8.0, congratulations on some other new information.
Oh, are they going to remove the boxes?
Some 3 yellow boxes.
What?
I actually don't even remember if we had 3 yellow boxes on the last stream. We did?
We did.
Nice. Good job, us. I think we did that arbitrarily, so now we're just amusingly filling in 3 boxes today. So let's go over 3 yellow boxes and what that might mean. First yellow box, quality of life stuff coming in 8.0. First thing, those of you that are familiar with the fitted pack items. So these are things that are in, you can get fitted packs from a variety of sources, most notably your daily login and Galactic Seasons. There is a metric swear word of stuff in there, notably over 500 in fact. And so the weapons and armor sets that you can get from fitted packs are being added into collections in 8.0. So those of you that have been getting fitted packs from your daily logins that have been playing for a long time, or, you know, a Galactic Season that might be running in a couple weeks, is a great time to start hanging on to those, because all those will be going into collections so that you can unlock them, move them across your characters, and even expand, you know, greatly expand.
I'm pausing for a second. I don't know how many of you guys know, but I collected every single one of these. Not exactly every one, but the visuals of every single one. Because I want to take pictures of them for the website. And I currently have 3 characters that exist literally just to hold on to the armor. So I might be able to delete some of those characters, which is really nice. But I don't like the concept that I'll have them unlocked, but I still have to pay 10 cartel coins to, or something like that, to redeem them. Same thing with the remnant armors. I really don't like the concept of you earn something in game in some way, but then you have to pay cartel coins if you want to declutter your inventory, you know? But it is pretty cool, so I still might not delete those characters in the end. But it's still definitely better than nothing. Yeah, good luck to me and Rogue unlocking 500 sets and collections. What's cool is I think Rogue actually may have collected each set rather than just the look of each set. I wonder if Rogue's probably like rolling in his grave, or if he's really excited it's actually coming out. Yeah, so I am curious how this kind of affects the collection count, because I stopped trying to 100% my collections when they started adding like Galactic Season stuff and achievement stuff and PvP season stuff to collections. I stopped worrying about it. But when the remnant armor sets were added to collections, a lot of people were like, oh no, my collections percentage went down. I had to collect them all again. I wonder, like, is this the point where more people give up? If so, good. That's... I have a feeling it's not 10cc. Their trend is increasing the cost. I noticed that a lot of the Galactic Seasons items are not 10cc. I'm comparing it to the remnant armors. Personally, I think it should be 1cc, or like it should be credits is what it should be to me. It should be just flat credits and not even that much. But I mean, if it's a system that's working for them monetarily, I don't know. I don't know if I have a right to tell them don't do that. But I am hoping, like, potentially this could be trending towards a system down the road where we have a real collection system like Guild Wars 2 and World of Warcraft has.
And the cosmetics and stuff that you've been getting across them. So, fitted pack stuff, over 500 different things, all going into collections, starting in 8.0. Now, this one I'm so excited for.
Declutter!
Some details on what a toy means. So, I'll give you my example because it's the one I like to use. I have personally used the SOA Rest and Recharge basically for like 10 plus years or whenever we added the SWTOR Rest and Recharge, and pretty much none of the other ones, because admittedly, they take up that inventory space, you know? I'm with you all. You don't want to be having all kinds of rest and recharges, bogging up that inventory space, and then when you got to swap them around, you're kind of moving it around. Well, no longer, because rest and recharges, trainers, those other fun cosmetic toys and
Yay! This one, as far as I can tell, is a decluttering thing with no downside. I am curious why they bothered to do this. Like, a lot of their other changes they make that are quality of life stuff is usually because it's tied to something else that they're working on in the same kind of like area or something like that. For example, fitted armors, it's to pass some more cartel coins, hooray! But like toys, I can't see any real benefit to that, but I really love having toys, but I don't like keeping them in my inventory. It kind of drives me freaking bonkers, and I never have inventory space as it is, so I'm excited about that. I've been really enjoying those new little guys, the little Master the Fight bundle guys, the little legacy banks and stuff like that, and I can only assume that that it should count for it. I think they should be in there, and I'll be quite excited about it too. We don't have a list of what items will and won't be on it. I don't even know if this specific feature is on PTS yet or not. We'll have to see. But hopefully they'll release an actual list and we can point out any missing ones or ones that aren't working as expected. Like, I know the Zerkocratomatic is one that comes to mind as being a weird one. I think someone brought that up in chat earlier, and a little weird little guy, but all the other ones are pretty standard, you know? Yeah, random rest and recharge legacy ability would be very fun. I would actually maybe try using that. I have every toy. It is on PTS, but collections don't transfer to PTS, so I can't even test any of my collection toys. Oh, but you can see the list on there. So like, I think the Zerkocratomatic is not in collections because it's an item that's never bound, so you can pass it on. So I don't know if it could function this way. Oh no, Jawas.
stuff, anything that is classified as a toy, all of that is going to be converted now into an ability. So inventory space rejoice, all of that stuff is now moving into your ability window, and therefore you can now drag and drop it at your leisure onto your hotbar, as you would now when it's an item, but now it'll be in an ability. And so that'll give you a lot more freedom to use those things as you will. So very, very excited about this one. This one's great quality of life. Okay, second one. Third one, I guess. I use numbers well. The leveling experience. So this is basically just going to be a some
What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? I see bars. That's all. Okay.
adjustments to how fast you earn experience through the game. I think for any of you which are in the core that have played a lot of the game kind of through, especially through the main story, we made a lot of changes a bunch of years ago about kind of how fast you level. And if you just even play just the crit path story, you will be 3 or 4 missions in and already you are dramatically over leveling the content. And the truth is, especially for people who are newer and coming in, it honestly just creates a pretty bad experience for them. Over leveling and getting through to the end game and stuff is obviously very important because you want to be able to get there.
So yeah, we have a lot of new people come in and say like, am I supposed to be like level 30 and I'm still on Coruscant? And we have to be like, yeah, that's just, you just level so fast in this game. You don't have to worry about it because it will backtrack and it will give you the correct rewards for whatever your current level is, and you'll be synced to the level. But it's still very like weird and confusing. Yeah, it's wild. Like people don't get it. They're like, why?
Just get to the end game and that's great and all, but when you're out leveling the game and out leveling the core experience, it ends up.
And that's especially for new players. For older players, we likely want to go. Some of us want to go fast, and that's fine. But the brand new player without any special modification shouldn't be leveling so fast as they are now. It's kind of ridiculous. Like it doesn't really line up very well. Oh, there weren't any previews of new cartel items. Interesting.
Ends up making enemies far too easy. We're going to talk about that in a bit. It ends up giving you this experience that you don't really like. You end up having a really short amount of time to understand how to play your class and what your rotation.
Yeah. So we talk about gearing up. We're always like,
don't bother gearing up as you level up, because you're not gonna be at that level for more than a nanosecond, right? Don't bother gearing up for level 34 because you'll be level 37 before you know it, Like, don't even worry about it. And we say, like, don't bother, like, do learn your abilities, but I absolutely find that I struggle to learn my abilities as I level because they just come so randomly and so fast, and that's why I don't ever learn my abilities till I reach level 80. Rogue Hippie says, I disagree with their reasoning here. You don't really get to practice rotations until you actually get them, which you have to level up highly to have them. Did they say practicing rotation? Oh, they did. So I very strongly believe that right now you level up in a way that doesn't allow you to really learn your abilities. I wouldn't say rotation though, yeah, because you don't get your rotation till the really end. There's no real point. I don't get how people consistently outlevel the game. I use boost and I'm still fighting to get to 84 coffee. Granted, I slack off on side quests after Act 1, but the general vibe is just story quests is more than enough. So Proctor, so I think if you just only do the main story, the class quest, and nothing else, you're gonna be right on target to finish at level 50 when you finish that. This is more about the base level game. But the thing is, most people are going to do at least one or two side things like every time they play. They're going to run a random heroic. They're accidentally going to run a dynamic encounter whether they want to or not. They're going to run into a flashpoint person. They're going to run into a random quest that just seems interesting and they're going to pick it up. They're going to be like, oh, a Galactic Seasons thing, let me do that. It just happens kind of naturally. You're going to be playing all these different things as you play the story. You kind of have to really be 100% focused to not level up too fast, which is really funny, to be honest. You have to be on task. You guys have seen me play a couple characters here and there on stream. I don't do it very often that I level a brand new character from scratch, but even then, even when my only goal is to play the story, you'll still see me veering off track. Yeah. And it also depends on what kind of boosts you have going. I know you said you use your boost, but there's actually a lot of different type of boosts available. Like, for example, your guild might be boosting it. You might have various legacy boosts activated or character boosts in addition to just the normal XP kind of stuff.
Looks like, and I know all of you really love when people don't understand how to play the class that they're playing
I
because
love
they're
it
just
so
leveling
much.
too quickly. And so this isn't going to be like a really giant swath of changes, but we really want to just hone in on how fast people are moving through that experience so that they can actually experience the game closer to as it was intended, so that they can enjoy that content a little bit better. So we still want it to be accelerated, but just a bit less of that over leveling. And it can smooth out that experience kind of through main story missions, but not kind of crazy over level you. The other thing is we also know that you have all of those, different XP boosts that you can buy and earn through the game. You have different legacy perks, and those become more meaningful if you're not just dramatically over leveling everything all the time. You can feel kind of more value out of those if you actually are, working your way through.
I'm a general fan of the idea of if you're a new player, you should be able to enjoy the game kind of similar a pace of how it came out, in that you actually feel a sense of progression as you're leveling up towards 80. And then for the player who's already leveled up like 3 characters, they should be able to go whatever the hell speed they want. And lastly, there should be a way to circumvent the system if you're new. For example, like buying a token is a good circumvention, or like having friends speed run you through stuff or get you an item to get you level up fast or something like that, But if you're just playing the game, it should be a good, nice pace of actually being able to enjoy the game. I don't know if this will actually hit that wish or not, or those bullet points of how I feel, but it sounds promising. I think this tied with some of the other stuff that I heard is coming is gonna be a nice combo. Yeah, 75 is 80 is a super grind. It's so weird. I was doing that the other day. We are having, I don't know if you were there, Proctor, I think, at least maybe for one of the days. I can't remember, where we were doing world bosses to level up my 75 to 80 character. That was actually working pretty good. Actually worked pretty good. Aren't there planet hours you can only get if you're in a level range of the planet? Yeah. That's a complicated topic all of its own. I don't want to talk about that, or I'll be talking about it for the next hour as someone who went and cataloged all that.
the XP of the game naturally. So that's what that changes. Obviously, this is something we'll want to make sure to get a lot of feedback from folks on, but that's kind of the goal, right? We don't want someone just coming into the game to go, I'm 4 missions in, I'm 5 levels above everything around me, and I'm already level sinking down. It just doesn't feel very good. So just needed to make some adjustments there.
So that's an important thing. It doesn't feel good is a really, really important metric. And it's such a hard thing to measure too. Whether something is good or not logistically doesn't seem to matter as much in games as whether it feels good. So when people are over leveled right now, it doesn't matter. It sinks you down. You still get all your abilities. You're not hobbled in any way really, except you're synced down to the planet for your stats. You get rewards appropriate for your current level that you can take elsewhere in the game. It's actually a really nice system, but so many people say it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good, you know? JR says, I was running World Boss Farms when 7.0 dropped. Won't be surprised if I'll be doing that for 8.0. Oh no! I'm not going to speed run to 85, but then I can't do new stuff. Oh no. Oh, we'll see. I haven't been around to cover content for a new expansion in a long time. And even for 8.0 or 7.0, I think I've said it before, but I wasn't enthusiastic about a lot of stuff, so I wasn't like hustling to get there. I learned Rishi's Daily takes like 15 minutes and that's a good amount of XP. Gonna add that to my rotations with CZ. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah. Nice little loop-a-doop there, yeah.
All right. Last quality of
I saw the title for this in my notes that Zach took, and I was like, what the hell is decoration persistence? Like, okay.
life one before we move into some other stuff. Decoration persistence. So when you're in your house at home right now, if you go turn a light switch on and you leave and come back, that light switch is still on, as you would expect it to be. Our stronghold decorations don't actually work that way today.
Wow,
if you turn on a decoration, as you can see in this video, and then you leave a stronghold and come back, that decoration will actually turn off.
Be cool.
Or it will at least not remain in the state that you left it in. An example being like we had the lights that we showed maybe 4 or so streams ago. They could change different colors. You could turn them on and off. If you left and came back, they would just go back to the original state that you placed them in. That will no longer happen starting in 8.0. Whatever state you leave your decorations in when you leave your stronghold, they will still be in that state when you come back. So just be aware of that for, luckily you don't have to pay electricity bills and German costs or anything like that. But if you did, you would cry a bit more because we're actually going to persist that. So again, this is a really great thing. Decoration persistence. So when you're in your house at home right now, if you go turn a light switch on and you leave and come back, that light switch is still on, as you would expect it to be. Our stronghold decorations don't actually work that way today. If you turn on a decoration, as you can see in this video, and then you leave a stronghold and come back, that decoration will actually turn off, or it will at least not remain in the state that you left it in. An example being like we had the lights that we showed maybe 4 or so streams ago. They could change different colors. You could turn them on and off. If you left and came back, they would just go back to the original state that you placed them in. That will no longer happen starting in 8.0. Whatever state you leave your decorations in when you leave your stronghold, they will still be in that state when you come back. So just be aware of that for, luckily you don't have to pay electricity bills and German costs or anything like that. But if you did, you would cry a bit more because we're actually going to persist that. So again, this is a really great thing for those of you that are decorators out there. You obviously want to leave a room and decorate it in a very specific way.
That's so cool.
This allows you to actually do that and have more control over it.
Neat.
So some persistence there. Okay. Let us move on to our first,
I like that.
I guess our second yellow box. So we'll show you what the words say in a second, but let me give you just a little bit of setup. Here is some feedback we have gotten over time as we've made some changes through the years. Our game has gotten progressively easier, you might say. Obviously, as we've made combat changes and balance changes, especially with things like companions, I think there's always been this growing sense of, you know, man, I really wish I had just some kind of opportunity to make the game a little harder for myself. Well, now you can. So, coming in 8.0, we are introducing difficulty modes. you will now simply be able to toggle your difficulty in the overworld. So the overworld is quite simply the game that is outside of, you know, multiplayer phases. The difficulties will look exactly like they do in the rest of the content, the same nomenclature. So story, veteran, master. To give you a sense of how we are balancing these, story is the current difficulty. So this is, you're walking through the game, you got your healer companion behind you, easy breezy, beautiful, moving on through. Veteran, so this is a harder difficulty. Kind of our target for this is we're looking at kind of when you played this game in the launch era. Now, I don't know how many of you in chat, I'm sure those of you, the people that are in the room that are looking at it will be able to tell me, but especially if you played around then, that's kind of what we're targeting. Kind of the launch era of difficulty is what we're looking at for veteran difficulty. And master difficulty is for those of you that really are trying to challenge yourselves. It's gonna be hard, I promise you. We're gonna show you in a second. Strap in for a challenge. But if you really want to challenge yourself in solo or out in the overworld, that's what this is for. What does it actually impact? It will impact how much damage you are taking on your character. It is impacting how much healing you are receiving on your character. And it also is going to impact how fast you level. Because again, going back to the leveling we talked about before, going into some of that feedback of people being like, you know, right now I'm only playing main story. I wish that I had a reason to play some of that side content, like world arcs, and a reason to play things like more heroics. And again, funny enough, we're going to talk about that in a minute too. But that's why. The one thing you will notice is this is not impacting how much damage you do, because what we didn't want to do is have this inherently slow down how fast you're moving through the game. We just wanted to impact kind of the danger levels to you, you know, giving you a reason to actually maybe use a rescue recharge.
Interesting.
Be careful how many packs you're pulling. Here's the coolest thing about this. This is a personal effect. So I can be real bad at the game and just stick around in story, just want to move through the game and not be worried about it. And I can be playing alongside Keith, who's like, you are bad, I'm going to be playing in Master because I need a challenge. And we could be walking right next to each other. And when an enemy hits me, it's going to do normal damage that I play today. And when it hits Keith, Keith is going to be like, oh my God, what's happening? This hurts so much more. Why did I make this choice? And that's how it will work. Obviously, there's some nuance to this depending on if you're going into story phases and grouping and all that stuff, which we will explain later. But that's how difficulty modes will work.
So if you wanted to do master mode difficulty and get rid of rewards are from that, could you have a buddy who's in story mode and they taunt the boss so that they take the damage related to the boss rather than you? Or maybe it knows if you're in a group or not, or if someone else is attacking the boss. Oh, but you have to go in instance areas. Oh, I don't know if they accounted for that or not.
Someone's shouting that they love you.
They love me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank the team who also worked on this. So let's talk about two examples really quick. So this is Carol's Mustachevis, the man that betrays you in the Imperial Agent story.
Spoiler!
I'm sorry, this is a level 7 spoiler from 15 years ago. But on the left, you have story difficulty. I'm going to let this loop in a second so I can talk over it, but watch my health bar on the left in story. This is what you're very familiar with today. I'm going to move down to like 70% health. On the right is veteran difficulty. And what you will see is I am getting quite a bit lower on health. And that is because, again, I'm on veteran. So it's...
Yes. Yeah, okay. I can see that. Hang on, I'm going to take a screenshot of the examples of the different health bars. For myself. Just a second! I'm excited! Hang on! It's gonna be really neat.
ramped up. And again, this is a level 7 Gold Con boss, right? And so it took me down to like 40% health. And again, story, no danger. Veteran, some danger. Now let's give you a better example. Story and Master, here we are just a little bit higher. I have a companion now, and in both cases, I am being healed. Couple things you can look at. Look at the amount of healing I am receiving, and look at the amount of damage I am receiving. Because again, those are the numbers that are being tweaked. And what you are gonna find here is that, again, in story, the thing that you are all very familiar with, right? You kill the enemy because you have a healer, You're ending the fight at like 95% health. You're A-okay, no problem. In Master,
Damn.
here I am ending this health with this gold con at like 20% health. Imagine if there was a
Hang on,
patrol
we're
walking...
back 5 seconds.
Because again, those are the numbers that are being tweaked. And what you are going to find here is that, again, in story, the thing that you are all very familiar with, right? You kill the enemy because you have a healer. You're ending the fight at like 95% health. You're A-okay, no problem. In
A-okay.
Master, here I am ending this health with this gold con at like 20% health. Imagine if there was a patrol walking by or I accidentally pulled any other pack. This would be real bad. In fact, I'd probably die. When we've done internal playtests, the thing that I found and that I honestly absolutely loved playing in difficulties is that every piece of gear I was getting, I was desperate to get upgrades. I always had the most recent med pack on my bar. Sometimes I had 2 sets of med packs, depending on if I needed them, to make sure that I had like an emergency out to get away from it. It just changed how I was playing. I was resting in between every pack to make sure I was at full health. It really, really evoked that, hey,
Wow.
I'm going back to classic SWTOR when the game launched, you know, day one. Funny enough, it's actually why I wore this shirt today. For anyone that recognizes this, big props to you. This shirt was actually a shirt that we gave away during like the original tour of SWTOR when we were doing PAXs from pre-launch. So it was in that summer tour of the convention tours, because I thought that would be a nice little nod to it. Which is an excellent segue to myself for the last thing that we're going to announce today. I'm a nice audience plant for myself, I guess. The last thing we're going to announce. So keep everything I just talked about with difficulties in your mind. So now that you understand difficulties, one of the questions you might be asking is, hey, difficulties are fun. I can't wait to play them because it sounds fun. What if I gave you a reason to play difficulties? So we're going to create ventures that are tied directly into them. So we are introducing 2 brand new ventures, Classic and Expert, and they are tied directly into difficulties. So here's how they will work. Just a quick reminder for those of you that may not remember what a venture is. A venture is a solo, subscriber only, kind of aspirational piece of solo content, okay? So here's how they are tied in. To participate in a venture, you're actually going to create a brand new character that is, when they are created, they are locked directly into that difficulty. So under normal circumstances, difficulties just exist in the game. You can change them at will. You can move between them as much as you want. When you
Okay, I have an important question. So when we talk about the difficulty of SWTOR, when people are actually talking about it, they're often not talking about the mobs in the open world, though I'm sure that applies as well to the overall feeling of it. But the comparison we like to compare is especially the bosses in the class stories, and those are all instanced. So what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Are we going to be fighting super, super, super hard stuff in the master mode outside the instances, and then we head into our like Jedi Consular instance or whatever, and then he's just a little pushover? Or did I miss something there? Or is it kind of assumed that they will adjust those in some way as well? That I'm really unsure about. Or do instances in this case mean flashpoints, war zones, operations, star fortresses, and not yeah, not our story instances. That's my big question right now. Does difficulty levels affect your story base enemies or within your own story instance? For example, the bosses in chapters 1, 2, or 3 of the class stories. The only Robin, did they specifically say that, or do I just need to keep watching? Or will you fight difficult mobs outside and then fight easy mobs inside instances? Inside story instances. They said that? Okay, maybe I just need to rewatch it. Oh, it's the fight they show is the boss in the class instance? Okay, okay, they did already say that. So my question's dumb. So it's the open world is the world outside instances, so not including flashpoints. I think that's why they show the boss fight where you gotta betray that is an instance. Okay, so they didn't use good words, but they did use good examples. So they shouldn't have said not inside instance, because your class stories are all instanced. That's why your buddy has to like a check mark to go inside. Okay, so the world outside instances and your class story. Instances and inside. Hang on, I gotta read through it. The difficulty mode setting will affect enemies out in the open world and the enemies inside your. Oh, I should look at the buff bar. Hang on, I have a screenshot of that. Oh, it's a. Where's it on the enemy? Not me. Oh wait, I can't count. Hang on. I don't see any buffs on those guys, but if it's on the enemy, here I'll open up this window right here. Okay, what am I looking at on the buff bar here? This is Mr. Carroll's. Carroll's Javis. I just heard Mr. Mustache. This is the demo. Like, I don't see anything on my buff bar versus their buff bar. Unless I'm, like, not looking in the right spot here. But yeah, they definitely showed this guy. He's literally, like, inside the instance, you're right. Top blue and red icon. Blue and red icon. It's on the buff bars? Because I see the class buffs and I see crouch. I see the blue and red icon on both of them. I think that's a sniper thing. Yeah, all the same buffs, just in different order. You guys, you're gonna make me open Photoshop up. Look. So this is Crouchy. This is Hunter's Boon. This is Sorcerer. Flah, flah. This is, I think, the one for the agents, and this is the I'm strong, I'm the warrior. So Mr. Blue Guy, but Mr. Blue Guy's over here too. Mr. Bluehead's there too. You guys are going crazy! Ah, I hate you all. I don't trust any of you. But it would be cool to know if it would show. Yeah, it would be cool if it was a buff or something like that. It's the debuff? Neither of them has a debuff, you little stinkers. Look. No debuff. No buffs or debuffs. No debuff. No buffs or debuffs. I'm gonna keep watching this video and I'm just gonna say I hate you all so much. No, JK, but thanks for looking and trying to figure it out with me. Definitely need to rewatch by myself.
When you make a venture character, one, you are a venture character, which is something special and specific, but you are locked into that difficulty. So if you create a classic venture character, you are locked into veteran difficulty, you cannot change it. If you do, you're leaving the venture. Same thing with expert. You make an expert venture character, you are locked into master difficulty and you cannot leave it. So if you're making a venture character, obviously just like a normal venture, you're going to have a bunch of objectives that you have to complete. We're going to talk about those in a second. But being an adventure also has a bunch of other special stuff going on inside of it. So just as one example, there's some new gameplay that's going to unlock in there. So one example is you might get a consumable that when it drops, you have a real limited amount of time to kill a bunch of enemies around you. And if you kill those specific enemies, all of a sudden you'll get a temporary powerful buff that makes you awesome to do, right? So again, there's going to be special gameplay and a bunch of other special stuff that's going on inside of the ventures that we'll talk about when we go into more details later. Also, the thing that is important to remember about ventures, if you go back to Bessie, you completed the Bessie venture after that period of time. You got Bessie as an awesome companion. These ventures are going to have a whole swath of unique rewards for you to earn. Once you learn what the objectives are, you'll understand why, because we're asking you to do quite a bit, right? And so the rewards got to be...
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Dark versus Light event. It sounds like to go through and play new characters. For those of you who either were there for the Dark versus Light event or who remember us talking about it. Yeah, Victoria's Pioneer set. Can you imagine if they were waiting to give us that as the reward? Wouldn't that be friggin' funny? That would be both funny and cruel, because the Victoria's Pioneer set, you have to really keep up with your modifications and you can't just wear what you picked up off the ground. Oh, Robin said I said that earlier as we were hanging out. Oh, that's fun. So yeah, you still have Legacy XP armor. Yeah. Hardcore Master Venture runs. If you die, you start over. Oh my god! Do you think they'll do Iron Man in addition? Oh god. Double Brooks says I kind of agree with liking it, but it also got to a point where some base content needed a teammate, and that was kind of supposed to be the point of things, right? I wonder how the heroics. I think most heroics were actually heroic 4+. Don't quote me on that. This is just what I remember. And you really need a team of at least 2 people to take most of them on. Like, I don't remember doing any heroics alone, but I was also super noob to gaming. I wonder what their difficulty tuning is now. Yeah. Heroics definitely needed other players. I don't know about at max level, but at low level. And you had more of a reason to do them at low level. Yeah, interesting. Interesting.
Relative to what we're asking you to do. So, whole set of sweet rewards for you to get. So, let's talk about Classic. The name should be kind of evocative of what we're going for here, right? So, the objectives for a Classic Venture character are...
Oh my god! Is this for you idiots who keep asking for SWTOR Classic? Please, where is your... Okay, sorry, you're not idiots, but you guys are so funny to me. Here is your little penance. Are you ready? Is this for every one of you who has asked for SWTOR Classic? Okay, I'm very excited to have the difficulty modes. I do not necessarily want a SWTOR Classic, but I am so excited for all of y'all to have the concept of what you're looking for here. Weehaw! Wow. Yeah, so SWTOR Classic, we had quite a few people come by and ask, like, do you think they'll ever do that? And I'm always like, not really, I don't think so, because so much has been added to the game that's been quality of life things that were positive. But I hope one day they add a difficulty mode, you know? Yeah. Looks like we got... That's crazy. I never expected them to actually add something like this. This is something that honestly kind of blows me away that they're doing it. What even is classic mode? Right, when people come in, that's one of the big questions we ask them. What is even classic mode for you? World of Warcraft is very interesting because the game is 20 years old, and the way the game changes is different than the way SWTOR changes. So in World of Warcraft, not only does the... There we go. Not only does you level up, just like you do in this game. You do content, and there's new content all the time, just like in this game. But the world and the story changes as more stuff comes out. So, for example, a certain location will be all exploded and doomed and stuff like that, and once you get to the later expansions and stuff like that. In SWTOR, the worlds are a little more persistent and the story is the same just all the way through. WoW has been trying to like give players more ways to experience it how you might have in the older days, or to jump around the story, though, and I think they've been doing a good job of it. But SWTOR, the only thing that's really changed over the years is truly quality of life. The story, like you think your class story, it's pretty much exactly the same as when it first came out, but everything surrounding it kind of has been adjusted over the years. So, yeah. Oof. Yeah. Very interesting. So yeah, the optional difficulty is definitely a very cool thing that I'm excited about. It's one of the big things I've wanted for the game, because we have so many players coming in saying, this game's too easy for me, when does it get hard? And we're like, ha! Never, unless you get to level 80 and do group content, which is not just a crappy answer. Sorry, okay.
Are really meant to evoke that experience of the very, very first time you click the play button on SWTOR. So what we're going to ask you to do is you make character, you click your origin story, your class, right? And you're going to play only the original era, so up to level 50, that vanilla story. Complete the planetary arcs, level up a crew skill, play some of the original story flashpoints, do things like, I'm going to get my companion and give, Act 1, 2, and 3, And then complete, give your companion some gifts, right? Like, maybe do some on-rail space, you know? And again, everything I'm saying today, keep in mind, is all subject to change, but these are just examples, right? Like, again, think of everything you did on that original journey going back in time 10, 15 years of the first time you played SWTOR. That's what we're asking you to do in a classic venture. And again, all of this is on venture difficulty, and the balance of the venture difficulty is, of the classic difficulty is veteran, which is meant to be balanced for that same experience of what you had back then, right? Let me give you just a little sample of what the current work in progress UI is of the venture screen. So, and this will give you a little bit more information. A couple things. One, there is a venture for every class, right? So you can play this across all 8 classes across both difficulties, right? So that means there are 16 sets of rewards for you to earn, which is amazing. Also, fun fact, because we've been talking a lot about harkening back to classic SWTOR, what's old is new again. And I don't know if I will raise chat on this, but the keen-eyed among you might notice the return of some class icons on the screen right now. Something that we're eager to have coming back in 8.0 as well. They're not just on this screen, they'll also be in character select as well.
Jedi Knight.
But that's just an example of the current in-progress venture screen. So what does expert mean? So where classic is meant to evoke that, again, that classic SWTOR play experience, expert is for those of you that are really looking to test yourselves kind of across the galaxy, especially as you go further into the game. So this is for you to explore the whole galaxy, defeat rare and named enemies across the galaxy, completing heroics, dailies. And I will point out again, you saw us fighting at low level a gold con enemy. I promise you when it goes higher than that, it's hard. It's hard. Master is not messing around. Make it into the more recent eras and areas at level 80 plus and more. And again, I just said it, but this is all on master difficulty, and I promise you master is not messing around. So we have some controls in place where, like, there may be some of you thinking, but Eric, I'm just a person on the internet. You can't be expecting me to play master difficulty. You just said it's hard. Look, we're looking at things about, like, as you complete veteran ventures, you're going to get some things that are going to maybe power you up a little bit, make it a little easier to complete more veteran ventures, and make it easier for you to complete master ventures, right? Because we do want this to be something that everyone can gain access to and be able to do, you know? So we're aware of that.
You get rewards at classic.
I don't know what you said.
They're asking if you only get rewards at master.
Oh, so I got it. So yeah, so every, you can think of so the question was, do you get rewards at only master only? So you can think of them as 16 individual ventures, right? So there are 8 expert ventures, which is one for each eight classes, and there are 8 classic ventures, right? So, and there are rewards for each of them, right? There also are some meta rewards if you want to be one of the people that complete everything, right? So there'll be details, of course, about all of this.
Okay, so that's really interesting. So I really enjoyed Eternal Championships achievements because it asks you to do things like obviously complete Eternal Championship, then complete it without dying, then complete it under 16 minutes or whatever it is, and then complete it once on every class. And that was really, really like fun and really like heightened my SWTOR experience to have that kind of challenge with a cool reward at the end. Did they say they haven't talked about what the rewards are yet, right? They said there's going to be technically 16 different rewards, so 8 for expert and 8 for classic. So 8 for master mode, 8 for veteran mode for each of the classes. I need to go delete some characters right now. I realize I'm not going to have room. They're going to make so much money from me just buying freaking new character slots. God damn. But they didn't say rewards yet, right? That I missed somewhere?
To follow, which is what this slide is also going to say. So we have classic and expert ventures coming, and actually I should have just waited because this is going to say this as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a new character, and then you're going to select which difficulty you want to play across the 8 origin stories. So again, there'll be 8 veteran and 8 classic and 8 expert. These characters will get that opportunities to experience some new unique things inside of the ventures, which we'll be going into details later as well. And then as I should have just waited. Completing adventure, of course, the whole point of this is you're going to earn some sweet new rewards based on the origin story and the difficulty you select. So that's 16 different sets of possible rewards, not counting the meta rewards that are in there as well. So I know that your head is swirling right now. Again, I can't see chat, but obviously Keith already just yelled some questions. There's probably going to be a bunch of thoughts about like, well, what about this? Oh my God, what about this? We will have a venture-focused stream to answer your questions. I'll probably play it. It'll probably be a Let's Play stream where we'll do all kinds of stuff about that as well. There's obviously going to be things like, well, we're obviously not going to let you boost a character because part of this is that you got to play it, right? That's part of the challenge of completing a venture. So, you know, we'll go into all those details and stuff on a future stream. Very, very excited to play difficulties alongside you, play a venture alongside you, and show you all this. And of course, show you the rewards. So stay tuned for that in the future.
Did they say, like, can you pick master mode and then if it is too hard, can you go down to story? Will you give people more free character slots even if they have a lot already? Is it subscriber? Yeah, it sounds like you're locked, but most other games allow you to go down, but you can't go back up later. Is it possible to... I already forgot what I was going to ask. They said you're locked in. I know you are locked in according to the live stream, but many games allow you to go downwards and forego the rewards, but not go upwards. I just saw them say at the beginning of them introducing us, you can switch between difficulties. Oh, but is switch? Oh, but that's like out in the open world. That's not for ventures. Doing a venture, I think you lock it in, but at any time, if you just want to go fight this one boss in story mode or master mode or whatever, you can sloop up and down. Yeah. I know you can adjust the setting in the open world. Yeah, it's very confusing. So if you're, every time you're creating a character, you're choosing classic, veteran, or master. Oh, it would kick you out of the venture state? Ah. Okay, so it would kick you down to classic, yeah? Can you switch in the open world? And would it just kick you down to classic mode with no rewards? He also said at one point, if it's too tough, you have to leave the venture, so you abandon completely if you don't want to have to scrap the character. Oh, okay. That's about right. So, okay, I'm gonna rewatch. I'm gonna rewatch later and get the exact wording for that.
Future.
Sounds like yes, though. It sounds like you're good to go down if things are too hard.
We'll go into all those things in the future. Okay, let us talk about what is available today. Ado is going to be on PTS. It is, in fact. Someone will confirm for me, but it might be up right now. Is PTS okay? PTS live right now. So here's what is available for you to test on PTS. As we had mentioned previously, we're going to be rolling new abilities available for players on PTS. What is available for you to test with right now is going to be new abilities for Sentinel Marauder, Vanguard and Power Tech, Sage and Sork. The reason for that is we wanted to make sure that there was the full trinity of tank, heals, and DPS, since you're going to be testing an ops boss.
Fine.
That was pretty important. Notably, the first boss of the new operation is going to be available in both story and veteran mode. Basically, what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to boost right to 85 with gear. We are not allowing character copy. The goal is that you just make a brand new character and then auto magic yourself up to 85 with gear. We'll have directions on that in a second, but that's how you'll be able to do it. So let me talk about how the new abilities work, because we hadn't gone into specifics on that previously, okay? So every discipline is going to gain a new ability and a passive. Those abilities are earned at level 83, and the new ability is an upgraded replacement, so it's not going to be a brand new ability. It's going to replace an existing.
So what's cool is we're going to be able to go actually poke around in this on the developer live stream. It's not like a mystery to us, which is cool. We'll be able to go see it.
Ability, and that ability that is being replaced is a shared ability across the combat style. That's a lot of words, and you might have just stopped paying attention. So let me give you an example. Actually, I'm gonna give you 3 examples, but let me give you an example just to show you, because it'll be a little bit clearer. So, first example. For Sork and Sage, right? They both get, I'll use Sork as an example just so I can say one set of words and not keep saying slashes into it. Sorks, every Sork gets Force Lightning. So every discipline of Sork is going to get a new version of Force Lightning depending on their discipline. So the example that I'm giving you today is the Corruption Sorks are getting a new version of Force Lightning, which is going to be a heal spell. So follow this. Sork's Corruption Sorks will be able to target an ally with Force Lightning. That's right, shock your friends. And while they're channeling Force Lightning on their allies, it will basically put a stacking healing received buff. And then once the channel has finished, it will proc on the final tick a unique roaming mend that will then shoot through the party. The Seer version is the one case where we are not doing a direct mirror. It's not very Seer-like to be throwing rocks at your friends, so theirs isn't going to work that way. But that's how as an example, this is how all of the classes are going to work again. So a class-specific version gets discipline specific upgrades for everybody, right? And this is an example where the passive actually directly impacts the ability, right? So Roaming Mend in this case is going to have 1 additional target that it keys off of. Marauder Sentinel example. I'm not going to read all of the words because there's a lot of them, but effectively what it's going to do is for Frenzy, it's going to allow a class that is typically very single target focused to have a really nice burst window to have big AoE happening, which is very cool. So love this for them. And then maybe my favorite, I can't even say my favorite one because I honestly do love that Sorks are shooting their friends with lightning, but I do really like the PT Vanguard AP Tactics, which now has their upgraded ability is going to be Shoulder Cannon, and for theirs very specifically, they're taking their Shoulder Cannon, loading it with missiles, and then volleying all of the missiles at one time at their target, which I absolutely love. So very, very cool. Very excited about this one as their new ability. And the one thing I will say for all of the new abilities and all of the passives, so for all of the disciplines for these 3 classes, all of the information for this will be in the PTS forums, and they are all available on PTS. Okay, so I'm only giving you 3 examples, but all of this is available on PTS for you to look at. So be sure to do it. I was just giving you examples for the stream, so you know what was there. Let's talk about the operation. The operation, you didn't have the name previously, you do now. I can't even say spoilers because I'm telling it to you. So it is the Children of Null. So this operation is actually going to take place on the Enigma ship. It's going to be exploring new areas of Darth Null's ship, and it's going to be uncovering a bit more of her experiments and the nature of the Force. Maybe relevant to the bosses, you'll have to find out. So excited about this. So again, details of the operation itself, there's going to be 3 bosses in total. It's going to be launching in 8.0 with Story and Veteran, and the plan is Master Mode will follow post 8.0. Boss 1 is available right now in Story and Veteran, and our plan is that bosses 2 and 3 are going to come in later PTS releases. So we are planning for those to come, so just stay tuned for details on that. But Boss 1 is available right now. And this is the room where Boss 1 will reside. What's very cool is you have what looks like you got a dark side over here and a light side over here. It feels like a nice little area for two circles to overlap in the middle, like a Venn diagram, maybe. I'm gonna keep making that joke. Someone will figure it out one day. I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but just to be highly specific, and again, all these details will be put up on the forums. If you want to participate in PTS, a couple reminders. PTS is subscriber only, but for those of you that are subscribers, you simply need to make a character, either faction, but it should be of one of the classes we talked about today. If it is not one of those classes, being at level 85 will not help you. They are not balanced, they do not have new abilities, so you're just going to be shooting at a boss with not helpful things. So please make sure it's one of the classes we talked about. But as soon as you make the character, you will walk outside your starting area, and that will give you someone to talk to go straight to Odessen. There will give you another NPC to talk to get all of your gear. Find some friends, form up a group, and then there's going to be a phase gate right in front of you. Walk through it, and you will auto-magically be into the room with the boss. One extra cool thing we are doing this time is there is a droid inside of that room. So as you are fighting the boss, if you feel like there's any extra changes that need to be made of like, oh, this is out of balance, I could use some help here, talk to that droid, and he'll
Weird.
help you add some extra little balance to that boss
Weird.
to help you beat him. Whether that means making it easier, harder, whatever, talk to that boss. Again, the most important thing is that last bullet. If you are fighting the boss and you have feedback of any kind, tell us. You beating the boss is important. You dying to the boss, anything, come tell us so that we can use that feedback to improve it as we move forward. It is the most important part. The public is you, and the testing,
It's for us.
is for us. Yeah, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that. So what comes next? More of this-ish. We're going to be doing a bunch of Let's Play streams. You've obviously been hearing a bunch of my voice today, and I have great and or bad news, which is you're going to do a lot more of that. It's going to be a lot of me doing Let's Play streams to explore all of the stuff we've talked about today. So we will definitely be doing a Let's Play stream to look at difficulties, venture, Ryloth dynamic encounters, like all of the stuff that you know about, some stuff you don't, whatever. In the future, we will definitely be doing lots more of these streams, definitely focus on Let's Plays to look at stuff. I think even Ryloth has, I've heard there's a rock on it. I'm not sure about a well. I'll find out for anyone that was here at the last Let's Play. But we'll make sure we have some fun. We'll talk about the content that's there, answer your questions, and go through that stuff. For PTS itself, keep in mind, almost everything that we have talked about or that is coming in 8.0 will go to PTS because, again, it is very important that we get your feedback. That includes the ops bosses, the Ryloth dynamic encounters, difficulty modes, the venture, yada, yada, yada. Everything except the story will typically go there. That's what the end more is, because there's probably things I'm forgetting. It is important that you stay tuned to SWTOR.com, to our forums, to social media, to this live stream, as things continue to roll out, all of the rest of the classes, etc., gearing, because it's going to roll out pretty regularly going forward now that we've opened this first floodgate. We need you to continue to keep testing with us and keep giving us feedback. It's how we can make sure 8.0 is the best it can be. So please stay with us and please keep giving us feedback as much as you can. All right. I've said a lot of words, and the font has gotten much smaller on this slide. So, Game Update 791, again, targeted for next Tuesday. Stay tuned for an official announcement once we lock that down, but that is, again, where we're targeting. Surprises can happen in game development. It's Thursday, though, so we should be locking that down real soon. In it is going to be Galactic Season 11 Light and Shadow. Again, that is not actually starting on ship date, though. It'll come out on the 18th. So just remember that. New stuff coming in the Cartel Market in the Accessories tab. Very excited for that. Look for that article with specifics alongside launch, so you can see everything that's coming inside of it. Along with Feast, coming with the new companion customization in October. All the new stuff we announced today coming in 8.0. So difficulty modes, along with the support of it for ventures. Hope you're super excited about both of those. We'll go read about everything that you've all been saying that I can't see right now that all of these people can, along with the quality of life improvements. Obviously, again, we're going to have future streams to talk about everything else in 8.0, so stay tuned as we go into those. And then PTS is open right now, so I hope you've been patching, unless that ruins your ability to watch a stream, and then you'll patch right after I'm done talking in a minute to go. Please help us test Ops Boss 1, the new classes, the new class abilities that are there, and everything else. And then again, stay tuned for future updates for PTS, because stuff's going to be coming pretty fast now over the next coming weeks as stuff continues to roll out. And then our next planned update is going to be in August. I don't have an exact date, but hopefully like mid is what we're thinking. But again, it's dependent on what happens. Where the idea will be is it'll be a Let's Play stream with me as stuff continues to roll out to PTS, and I will play some content with you, just like we did for Wreckage on Dantooine. And it'll just be me dying or doing whatever I do, and we'll have some fun and we'll talk about 8.0. So I hope you have enjoyed hearing about 8.0. It's been exciting for us to build all of this and bubble it all up inside to be able to come at you and talk about what we're doing for the 15th anniversary update. So I'm glad that we're finally able to talk about a lot more of it. And there's still so much more to come. So, Keith is saying that we've gotten questions about DX12. I will just reiterate that. Keep in mind that DX12 is not tied directly to 8.0, but it's still continuing to move forward. Great progress there. Any updates that we have about DX12 will either happen in its own standalone article or in Keith's producer letter. But again, progress has been going great there. So just look for any standalone communications or, again, Keith's producer letter. But yeah, progress is continuing to move forward there. It just wouldn't be probably in one of our 8.0 communications. It would happen separately. So thank you all for coming today. Hope you have enjoyed listening to me talk for a while. There'll be more of this where we talk about 8.0. So thank you all. Please jump on PTS. Please give us your feedback. It is critically important to make this the best it can be. And let us know what you think of 8.0. And thank you. We'll see you next time.
Bye, Eric Wesco. Wait, is
So-
there any teaser stuff at the end? There shouldn't be this time. Alright, you guys. I'm logging into my... Sorry, I'm logging into my public test server. I have to... Oh, man. I need to go and get my one-time password for the PTS. Hopefully it will come. Otherwise, LOL might be a while. Oh, no! Give code! Give code! I can't log in until it gives me the... I downloaded the PTS before, when I got home. Because I was a smarty pants. Yeah. Yeah! We'll see. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna cry if it doesn't go. Yeah, I can't load it up right now without getting the password. Yay, it arrived. Okay, we're good. I was scared. In the past, they used to not arrive for me sometimes. Okay, let's move over to BTS one. No, we have just a scene streaming one. Should do the trick, and we'll turn on the BTS. Ah, that's not the right text. PTS. Public test server. But PTS. Yeah. But nobody gets confused about where we're at. PTS. Oh, they even... What the hell is this? Oh, they started changing the... It's funny. Bartas boost. Oh, oops, that just opened my Steam. That's really funny. I don't think that's what they wanted it to do. Okay, full campaign. Going to fight for the galaxy. This clearly needs some work. Then you go choose your character. I don't think we're gonna be doing so. I don't think we're gonna be running the ops today. I'm honestly still exhausted. I need some more sleep before we do anything smart yet. Oh, I like that they brought back the old pictures. Is there no sound? Is there supposed to be any sound? I guess not. It's weird though. So this is very similar to the screen we have now. Oh wait, maybe my game is muted? When I press play voice, nothing happens. That is interesting that button is there, though. Where's my difficulty toggle, though? So that'll be here somewhere, right? Oh, I feel like not all my species are working correctly. Oh, because they're locked, I see. I see. Mirialans, because we can. Let's, randomize here. Yeah. Okay, what's this? Do we have a name for this new operation? Can I just call her? No. Name unavailable? Who took that? What typical squeakers took the name? No. Okay, potato? Did one of you already take that one? No! Perfect! Okay, well, Children of Null, C-O-N, Children of Null. Have to remember that. Corn. We're gonna call it corn. I like it. Hang on. One moment, please. Hang on here. Oh, okay, good. I can apply my key bindings. Good. Something's off here. Graphics don't feel like they're on ultra right now. Something feels wrong. Full screen window. No, they're all correct. Something feels off, and I don't know why. Hey there, Timex. Yeah, I'm streaming during a very weird time right now for sure. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This whole time I forgot the YouTube guys were over here too. Hi, YouTube friends. For those of you who missed it, Abush was asking, is the difficulty for the open world questing solo? Pretty much, yeah. So the open world, and it sounds like the open world and your class quests, like your instance class quest bosses and areas and stuff like that. But yeah, it would be pretty neat to play it for sure. Woo! Yeah, so yeah, I'm working on recapping it in the article. We do have screenshots of everything that was on the developer livestream on the Swtorista website already, but I haven't like written anything about it. Space Potato, saving the galaxy one PTS at a time. Hey there, Skid. Yes, Potato is ready to rumble. Okay, so they said, I remember they said something about how to test the PTS, and I wasn't paying attention. So hang on. Nope. There's even an article about it. 8.0 content is now on the public test server. Public post is down by the taxi. Oh, if I just wandered a little further, I would have found it. Got it. Go, 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 go. There was French fry. What was it that came to the PTS? So, they have a nice little post. The first boss of the new operation, Children of Null in story and adventure mode only. Class balances for Sentinel, Marauder, Sage Sorcerer, Vanguard Power Tech at level 85, and the new quality of life features, which are fitted items and collections, toys converted to abilities, and decoration persistence. And that does not. What is this down by the taxi? I don't see diddly scoochums. Oh, it's this guy! I remember him from some of the other parts. Okay, so Odessan Teleport Service. I understand. I think, do I have nameplates off? Yeah, that's half the problem. I don't know how to play the video game without him. Ah, now we got sound back. Here we go. Darth Poutine! I love it. Okay. I love it. Would you like to teleport to Odessan? Hell yeah! Heck yeah. Let's go. Okay, so unfortunately, we don't get to test all the difficulty stuff, which is the part I'm most actually curious about, but it sounds like they don't have it ready yet. Hey, what's that? Is that how you get into the new operation? It sure is. Perfect, yeah, I imagine it's just like, you're not... Oops. Oops! That was funny. So basically, they temporarily put the entrance to the operation right here, so that you can get there very easily without having to mess around. And they also have these little terminals. They've had these set up before, which is kind of cool that they reuse them. So this is the level booster. And I realized, did I make an okay choice? Yeah, Sage is one of the testable ones. So that boosted me up to level 85. Like, bada bing, bada boom, done, done, done. You know? Oh wait, is one of you healing me? Is that what you're doing? We have Telekinetic Throw Plus? What's Telekinetic Throw Plus? Why is it called Telekinetic Throw Plus? Is that name being workshopped? Oh no. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go with yes, it's still being workshopped, but you can see right here at level. Okay, hang on. There's a little summary. So new abilities and passes will be available at level 83. So at level. I'm gonna pull up, this is the Sage Telekinetics. Sage Telekinetics. Oh, you're throwing rocks at me to heal me. I see. Okay, so do we have the ability called Magnifying Vibrations? Yes. So at level 78 in the old school one. Let's see. Is this mostly the same? Yes, so at level 73, it's mostly the same, where you get a choice between Egress, Confound, and Mind Ward. That's about the same as what we have now, and you get a passive called Tremors. And then, at level 78, you get Magnifying Vibrations. What's different is that, oh, this is a hidden passive. This was a very awkward thing that they added in 7.0, where they gave you some passives that you couldn't see. It was stupid. Like, you don't even know you have it. It's really dumb. I had to add a whole new, like, way to input abilities just for that, because you're like, WTF. But anyways, so at level 83, you get Telekinetic Throw Plus. Is it really going to be called Telekinetic Throw Plus? I have some commentary about that I don't know what to tell you. Can I field respec? How can I? I don't think I can unlock it right now, which sucks. And we also have telekinetic Stormwatch. Stormwatch. Telekinetic gust apply Stormwatch. Oh, is that the same one that oh, there's a bunch of you running around. I see some of you, yeah. Is that the same one as we would have before? So this is a level, is this the same level booster? Oh, this is the one that gives you money and tech fragments, right? Yeah, it gave me 20 million credits, so can I unlock it now? Can I unlock field respec? No, it's okay. But I think I can switch now. So if I go to balance, it's still called Telekinetic Throw Plus, but the passive is called Killing Field. And the Seer is still called Telekinetic Throw Plus, and the passive is called One for All and doesn't even have a picture yet. So it's very, very much in progress. I do like that, Telekinetic Throw Plus. That's really, really, that's a, oh, it's funny. You're making me laugh. Okay, I think there's much else around here to look at. So what do they want us to test? They would like us to test the first boss of the new operation, Children of Dull, in story and adventure mode only. Class balances for this 3/6 new combat styles and their individual disciplines within them. Oh, where are the 370 gear vendors? Oh, they're right here! I'm so dumb. I don't see with my eyes sometimes. So there's a 360 operation gear. Oh, 370 operation gear, and they just put all the gear here, so you can just have some. It looks exactly the same as the old gear. It's called Calicorian. Calicori. Oh! Oh, related to Rylock. Get it? Yeah, I do. Got it. Very fun. And the old stims and stuff. That's fun. I like that naming. Haha. Yeah, the little Twi'lek totems. Yeah, nice. Legendary items and tacticals. Have those changed? Does Stormwatch still exist? Since it's being booted into... Yeah, what's Sin's second amulet? Is that one that existed before? Yeah, Swtorista. Tacticals! Second amulet. Oh no, that one did exist before. Stormwatch. Yeah, the Stormwatch doesn't seem to be on there, so that one seems to have been removed and like placed into the telekinetics field. Do we know if they added any new ones yet? I think the answer is no. Oh, the implants are in here too. I just saw some implants as well. Interesting, yeah. Yeah. So I don't know which of these are new and which are ones we just didn't bother getting before. I think this one's new. Oh, Ionic. Not Ionic. Iconic. No, it's not new. I'll have to do some comparisons. Yeah, no new tactile. Stormwatch is passive. Yeah, that's neat. They just straight up slapped it onto the the telekinetics and lightning sage. It's just, you have it already. You don't need to go buy it. So I guess that's really about it. Okay, so I could go buy some gear and then I could go inside the new raid. For anyone who's online, would you like to go inside? I don't really want to do the mechanics, but I'd like to see the area and take some screenshots of the area. If you're interested, I think we just need 2 people so that we can actually get in the instance. What I'm not sure about is, like, is there a bunch of enemies in the way, you know? Oh, I got the sniffles still from going camping, sorry. Oh, things aren't auto-equipping. That is interesting. I was expecting them to. Where's healer? Am I a healer right now? That's actually not what I want. Oh, you're gonna come inside with me? Do you mind making it an ops group and giving me LT? You guys could whisper potato on the PTS. There we go, and if you give me either lead or if you give me LT, that'd be awesome. Multicam? Which of you is that? I'm just gonna go inside and poke around. We're not gonna really go, like, do the boss or anything like that. Okay, cool. I have LT now. If you want to whisper me, I'll send you guys invites. I'm on the character named Potato.
Or tell me your character name. I'm on the Republic side, yeah, unfortunately. There's no ads? Oh, perfect. So we could just go inside. Okay, cool. Well, if anyone else wants to see inside of it, we can. Oh, wait, so I don't even need gear. So I'm going in naked. You can't stop me. And now I don't fall through the floor. Mr. Dave says, hi there, Swtorista. Has the game improved a lot in the past couple of years? I was thinking of returning. Oh my gosh, Mr. Dave, you've come on the wrong... Oh, look at this beautiful map. You've come on the wrong day to ask this. Oh. Wait, is this literally... Are we, like, right here? This is the room? This is the whole room? Oh, I understand. Okay, hang on. If you guys could just stay back, I'm going to take a quick screenshot of this whole room. I understand. I understand what's going on here. We're just plunked right down in front of the boss, and it's not even a really good inspiration. Yeah, thank you. Not even a really good representation of what this will be like. And these are the little modifiers he talked about, right? Oh, that's neat. They just kind of, you know, this thingy. I don't know, but I like it. It's partly. Oh, look! There's a red one over there. There's not really that much to take screenshots of other than this is in progress, you know. This is a different decoration, huh? They just kind of spliced them together. I'm gonna go take a picture of this man. I'm coming for you. Ah! Uh-oh. I know! He's gonna kill me really fast. I'm just gonna die. Goodbye. Oh, thanks! Thanks for letting me come and see this, at least, yeah. He's a pretty cool man. Look at this man. Look at the scary man. Look at the man. I think this is his final form. He's wearing something I don't think I've seen before, but I'm not sure. And there's two red doors behind him. Yeah, that's really about it. And then there's these, reset, respawn, null, acolyte, reset, Martin. Increase null, acolyte, decrease null, acolyte, increase null, acolyte damage. The other ones are health. These are decreased damage. Ah! Increase damage. Increase remnant health. Decrease remnant health. Increase remnant damage. Decrease remnant damage. Increase echo health and decrease echo health. So yeah, just different buttons you can do to adjust it. Yeah. The droids that you use to change difficulty. Is this just a... What's this guy? Oh, Martin! This is Martin. I see. Wait, what does changing Martin do? What? Martin? Reset Martin or reset Martin? Why do I need to reset Martin? What could have happened to him that he got broken? That he might have not been able to come in the door. Oh boy. What's the tactical? I don't see Star Watch. No, I don't know. I didn't even bother equipping a tactical because I found out there was no ads in here. I'm not going to fight this guy today. Was that Pyramid Head? Yeah, he was a really funny looking guy. Joffe says, I haven't beaten the boss yet on PTS, but I tried with some randoms and it was interesting. Oh yeah, Mr. Dave, I'm so sorry. We are looking at the stuff that's coming up in the future. We are literally looking at, you need a vaccine? Are you looking at, does he have a vaccine for Edith Martin? He does. There you go, I bought one just in case. I don't see a lot else in here that I would bother stopping to look at. We are literally on the public test server right now because we are looking at the newest stuff that just got announced, and we're really, really excited about 8.0 that should be coming by the end of the year. It's a whole new expansion. They just announced some of the cool new features that are coming out with it. The one I'm most excited about right now, and then I'm kind of trying to dig into, but we only have so much info, is the new difficulty toggle option, which is really cool. It'll allow you to make the game more difficult, and there will be different like reward-based modes if you play in the higher difficulties. So super, super excited in general. If you're asking, is now a good time to start playing compared to like the last few years, I usually like to ask people, Mr. Dave, why did you stop playing? What was your actual like reason for stopping playing? Did you just run out of stuff to do? Did you not like a certain aspect of the game? Oh, booty. Did you not like a certain aspect of the game, or did you just get busy with real life? Let me know and I can give you some context over the last couple of years. All the new fitted stuff is in collections. Yeah! Okay. Fitted armor sets. Oh, I do like that they're their own huge category right here, and they're 27 pages worth. Oh my god. I wonder if there's any that are like weird or broken.
probably wouldn't really figure that out till later, huh? So if I transfer a character, we could see it unlock, but we wouldn't be able to test the cost of unlocking it because the cartel market's not available on the PTS, right? Some of them have the Kraga's helmet in the thumbnails. Wait, really? I want to see this. Oh, that's funny. Why? Oh, you know what? I wonder if those are the ones that didn't have a helmet and they generated these in some way. Like they had a system that would equip it, take a screenshot, label it, add it to the correct ID number or something like that. That'd be so funny. That's very amusing. I'm trying to think of any specifically that don't have a helmet. Most of them do, but some of the sets from earliest on in the game, the like lowest level sets, didn't have helmets or bracers and stuff like that. Oh, that's really funny. I like that. Thanks for pointing that out. I don't know if I would have noticed it otherwise. That's really cool that they're in collections at all. Once again, I really want to know the cartel coin price. Dave says, I pretty much came back when they were about to release names, and I had to secure them, but I'm genuinely confused on what to do and how to improve. My old guild disbanded, so I don't have any friends to play with either. So I'm going to go with, you also hadn't played for a long time before that. You didn't necessarily leave for any specific reason other than you're a little bit lost, scared, and confused. And that's a common feeling for SWTOR players, but not necessarily a common reason to leave. So the great news is, the game is still super fun. Stuff's only been added since you left, but the game's still going to feel overwhelming, scary, and confusing when you come back. Like, that's not going to have changed. So there is some cool stuff that I can show you that can make you more comfortable coming back into the game. I don't know if this is the best place to show you. Look at my little silly little character in her level 1 robes and her level 85, level 80 helmet. What, level 85? 80? 85 helmet. So first off, I've linked you something called Guilds in SWTOR. Guilds in SWTOR, and this is a way to find people to play with. That's my #1 resource that I'm going to show you first. Second, I'm going to show you my website, and maybe you may have seen this or may not have seen this. I have a section called Level 80, and let's see. Oh, we should really link to the returning player guide in here. I need to add that to my wish list. There's a bunch of information about the individual systems here on Swtorista.com, but the guide I really wanted to show you was this guide called the Returning Player's Guide. I would bookmark this one if you decide to come back, because #1 is it's normal to feel a bit overwhelmed. Like, like I get ya, I see ya. And it kind of goes over like how to pick things up. It actually does have a new feature called the Errors window that might help you figure out where you were in the game and shows you how to use that step by step. Shows you some cool stuff you can go check out and some stuff that may have changed in the last few years that you'll want to set. How gearing works these days, and yeah, in general, we're excited for the next expansion coming up for sure. I hope that kind of answers your question a little bit. How would Cubester? Could you give Mr. Dave a way to get a hold of you, like maybe Discord? Because, Mr. Dave, this is a really weird stream time. I actually just got back from camping, but we're normally here every morning, 8 to 10 a.m. Pacific, on the weekdays. But I don't know if, like, Cubester will be there, so you guys should probably exchange, like, Discord names so you can add each other as friends or something. But what I really recommend, honestly, is to join a guild. That way you're not reliant on, like, one person who may or not be available when you are, and there's often a Discord that they have that you can ask questions without having to bug anyone, like a specific person, which is cool. But I hope you have fun, and welcome back. Yeah, WoW's going to its next season. Yeah, it sure is. Super looking forward, says Belisarius, to the operation to free or take away slaves on Ryloth. My Jedi will free them and my agent will capture them. I don't know. We don't know what we're doing on Ryloth. We know we're going to Ryloth. We know we're going to, and maybe Cubester can recommend you a guild too. I don't know. Maybe they're in one that they like. We are going to Ryloth. We know it's going to be a dynamic encounter planet. I don't know if it's directly tied into the main story or not. But a dynamic encounter planet, so there'll be lots of quests there. Whether they will be capturing or freeing slaves, we really don't know. We know literally nothing other than we're going to Ryloth for dynamic encounters. I'm excited. There's a ton of lore there, a ton of cool stuff that happens on Ryloth, a ton of cool lore associated to the planet, and I'm very curious how they decide to handle it 3 or 4,000 years in the past, especially because most of Ryloth's lore is actually, a lot of it is like, has been created in more recent years and stuff like that too. It's super cool, super cool. Mr. Dave, a very interesting thing about Star Wars The Old Republic is that it has a really good split of player base. Like most games, there's actually a lot more men playing. But in SWTOR, there's a lot of women playing and a lot of women creating content. Why? I don't know exactly what happened there. But it's good stuff. I like to see it too. There's a lot of other streamers or creators and stuff like that that are making really, really, really neat stuff. Would you consider running the PTS op on Monday? That's what we're doing. I don't have a lot of details yet. I basically, while I was on camping, I got service for like 5 seconds and texted Zach and was like, "Yo, can you try and put together a team on Monday?" And he was like, "Sure." So as far as I got. Will the Ryloth Twi'leks all have French accents? I'm gonna kill somebody if they do. I don't know who. I'm gonna go to Dave Filoni's house and I'm gonna be like, "You did this!" And I'm gonna start yelling at him in French. I'm gonna be like, "Pourquoi tu fais ça? Pourquoi tu les Twi'leks parlent français?" Can I get in on that team? I don't know, but let me. I'm letting someone else form the team, and I don't know what the difficulty level or anything, or what we're looking for in a team. Step/Thals would like to help us Monday. That's all I got. There you go. It'll be 8 a.m. Pacific, like normal, on Monday. Who's winning the war now, blue or red? Wait, the Twi'leks? Oh, the Republic or the Empire? The state of the galaxy is really interesting right now. Everyone's kind of sucking, is the answer. Probably as well. Yeah, like I said, I'm not forming this team up. I'm not even entirely sure who's forming this one, or how many people we have, or anything like that. It was George Lucas who decided all the Twi'leks to have a French accent when they did in Clone Wars Season 1. Wait, that was George Lucas? I don't know if I feel comfortable going to George Lucas and yelling at him in French. Dave Filoni, I've seen him in person. He's pretty chill. He'd probably be like, "Why are you in my house yelling at me in French?" as he like covers his sleeping head with his cowboy hat, you know? It goes back to sleep. George Lucas, I think I might kill him if I yelled at him in French. Wow, that's so bizarre. That's very weird. But yeah. You got a picture of Dave Filoni at Star Celebration? Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, so the state of the galaxy, I don't want to go into too many spoilers, is really weird. But right now, I would say both the Republic and the Empire are kind of very weak right now. They've been decimated by a war that was of a third party altogether, and they never really recouped both their strength and their coolness. It's like the player's kind of the coolest person in the galaxy right now, and everyone else sucks. You can always yell at Dave and ask him to pass along to George. Yeah, I'll be like, "Dave Filoni," and I'll be yelling at him in French. "Why'd you make the Twi'leks French?" And he'll be like, "That wasn't me." Wait, hang on, wait a second. Dave Filoni, why did you make all the Twi'leks French? And Dave Filoni will be like, "That wasn't me." Alright, so we saw a bunch of really cool stuff today. For those of you that missed it, on the public test server where I am right now, the first boss of the new operation upcoming is up for testing. It's very clearly still in testing mode. You can test some of the classes, not all. The ones that are currently available are Sentinel Marauder, Sage Sorcerer, and Vanguard Power Tech and their associated disciplines at level 85, so you can give feedback about those on the SWTOR.com forums on the public test server. If you need info about how to get on the public test server, that's on Swtorista.com. We've got a nice article about it on the homepage. I'm excited about the difficulty toggles for SWTOR. I'm probably going to be writing an article, making a video about it with what little scant information that I can get about it. Yeah, the Stormwatch Tactical doesn't exist anymore. It's just literally a passive up in your tree, which is pretty cool. So the class changes are very much in progress. You'll notice they have funny names like Telekinetic Throw Plus, but you can give feedback on how they work and go test them out in the open world, because it'll boost you up to level 85 once you get to a destin here by taking the taxi nearest to you when you load in, basically. And also small moments of excitement. Fitted armors have been added to collections. We can't really test it right now, but we can kind of see that being done. Toys. Oh, this I don't think I can show this to you at all on this character. Toys. I don't have any toys. They should have put toys on the vendor for testing. Give toys. Toys are now going to become abilities rather than items once you use them. So that's going to be really nice. You don't have to hoard them in your inventory to use them, like the regeneration stuff. The regeneration toys mainly. And another really cool thing that I also can't actually test in the PTS, but decorations now persist, which means when you turn them on or off, they will stay on or off when you... oh, thank you so much for clipping that. When you... Oh, did Multicam just message me and said, go check your mail. Okay, hang on. Hang on here. Hang on, where's my mailbox? I go say hi to mailbox. Did you just send me a toy? If so, LOL. Oh, maybe there's a toy in my mailbox already. That's a good idea. I think there's one over in Odessa. Listen. Oh, you did download the PTS? Very cool. Yeah, have fun poking around there. So some of the stuff we know that's coming that we don't have on the PTS that we're also excited about, we just can't test anything for, is the difficulty modes, which they just announced. Yeah, check my mailbox and see what I got in here. Oh my god, I got... So if you just sent me a mail, it won't arrive for 30 minutes, right? If you meant look in your mail for one you maybe already have. Oh, the Master the Fight bundle would have one. Yes. I have a problem. I have over 100 mails like many other players. Okay, but we look through. Eventually I should find the Master the Fight bundle with the little guys, right? That was a great idea. That's a very smart idea. Oh no, there's two. When Fight Continues bundle? No, I want Master to Fight. Ah, here we go. Master to Fight Mobile Market, baby. One of these is a pet. A bunch of these are not. We'll have to see. Okay, let's see. Mail delivery droid. Oh, GTN access droid. This is the one that I have in my inventory on every single character here. So it has been added straight away to my abilities. I no longer have the item in my inventory. I can now, like, woo! Have it on my bars. I just hear a crashing sound. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Let's see. Can I search for my little GTN guy here? What happens when I do that? Oh! Was that him? The little guy that I just added? BN4UC GTN access droid. Uh-oh, he didn't unlock in collections. I don't know if that's a... Or wait. Item is not currently in collections and cannot be reclaimed. I wonder if that's just a PTS. Oh, it might be a PTS problem. I know my legacy gets really funky in PTS. Will you be on Monday? Yeah, we'll be doing the boss there, but it won't be open invite, unfortunately. Oh, I like this new pretty little thing here. What are they doing over here? 1 out of 350 active characters global. Woo! They changed this box too. Let's create an imp character. I want to see the pretty Imperial logo too. Oops. Next. At some point, we just accept there's a mail in the box and we forget about it. Listen, we just go like this and never look at the mail again. Oh, just a play voice button work?
That's not fear.
Yeah, okay. I just didn't have I had the sound muted and I didn't have a way to unmute it, which was really weird. This is Darth Poutine, obviously. Oh, I almost spelled Poutine wrong. Darth Poutine. And, oh, I should have made her a different class, or I should have made her... it doesn't matter. Potato! With the French accent. Yeah, I think that just might be a PTS option. But yeah, it's cool. It's in abilities. I got an odd question. I apparently am the GM of Defunct Guild. That's funny. We were talking about that this board earlier in the stream too. The guild name would be valuable as far as guild names go. I have no interest in being GM. What should I do other than hoard the guild name? Okay, what is the guild name?
Now spin.
I'll tell you if it's valuable or not. Now, let's go see if we can find the box. I think the box is just up here. Here. Where's my little float? Where's the floaty guy? I thought they would put him right here. Do I have to run all the way to the taxi? Bunch of floaties. Or was he downstairs and I missed him?
Get them under control.
I have to run all the way there? I don't want to fight the floor slugs. You pass it? Oops. Mandalorians properly spelled on the starport. Like literally Mandalorians with no funny accents or anything like that? It's at the bottom of the staircase. Oh, I died! Rip. Wow, okay, that is maybe worth something. Okay. Let's see. There's kind of two ways you could go about selling it. One is actually transferring the guild to someone else, and they would have to give you the credits for it. I have no idea what you could get for it. The other way would be they pay you and you promise to delete the guild name, and then they can rename theirs if they maybe want to do that. Okay. Exiting the box. Where's my guy? Oh, he's right here. It's because I turned the nameplates off again. God, this happens every time. I can't see anything otherwise. This accessibility matters. I just want to take nice screenshots. Okay, here you go, buddy. Take me to Odessa. Yes. Yes, please, says Poutine. Where wouldn't even contemplate how to sell a guild name. So I had purchased a guild before, a really long time ago. Basically, we needed a guild with all its functionality when we were switching servers, because we were leaving our old one behind, and we found someone selling it, and it was a whole process. Honestly, if you don't know how to sell it already, what I would do is I would transfer over one of my random characters, or sorry, I would put one of my random characters that I don't play in the guild. I would kick everybody else out. I would promote that character to guild master. On my main character, I would leave that guild and like go join an actual guild, somewhere actually fun, somewhere actually with people in it. But if you don't know how to sell it or where you would sell it, you're not going to be able to sell it. There's not like a market for selling a guild. I don't even know where you would go about posting that. I would guess the SWTOR Discord, like maybe official SWTOR Discord. I don't know if you would even be allowed to sell that, like technically there, because there's no way to guarantee delivery of goods, you know? It would all have to be on nice words and promises and stuff, you know? I have no idea who would buy it either, how much you'd sell it for. How much would you guys pay? Yeah, hoard it for now, but free up your main character and actually go play with a real guild, you know? Yeah, which server? I think they said Starport side. Oh yeah, what faction? Does that matter? Can you have? You can't have the same guild name on both factions, right? I don't think you can. We've always had that issue in Remnant / Vestige, right? If someone was asking about, is 8.0 coming up with the engine updates? No, they are two separate projects with two separate timelines. So 8.0, their goal is to put that out at the end of the year. Who knows if they'll succeed or not, but that's their goal, and I feel like they're on good tracks for it. Kind of sounds like it depends how much more stuff they're adding or not, you know? GTN. Yeah, my little GTN droid didn't work, but it's okay. I assume that's just a public test server problem there. I'm glad I didn't copy over characters to deal with the fitted stuff. Empire Silent Starforge, yeah. How much would you guys pay for the Mandalorian's guild name? Make if you want it, make Mr. Dave an offer, because I don't even know where you'd start. But as a savvy businesswoman here with my hat, I would also say that it's a deal that would have to be built fully on trust, and I just met this guy today. All right. As for the engine update, the DirectX 12 update especially, we don't know when that's coming. That is very much has no timeline at all. They're like, when is done is done. When is done kind of thing. So we're gonna see who else is online. We're gonna go say hi to somebody. I'm gonna go take a nap, I think. And we'll be back properly on Monday, back to our normal schedule. We're gonna play Star Wars: The Old Republic every 8 to 10 a.m. Pacific, like we do literally every weekday. So I'll look forward to seeing you then. For those of you who are only able to stop in now because it's such a weird time, hi, nice to see you. Super rare Saturday stream. And Monday we'll be checking out the new boss. So let's see who's online right now. Is there anyone? There's nobody trying the new boss right now, I don't think. It sounds like you have to put together a big team and also a skilled team to even give it a try. Oh, what the hell is this? Rilo says, Nightmare Mode Gods Clean UI. Oh, I want to see this. Hang on. So this person's doing a really, 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 really hard raid that I haven't even tried myself. So you guys have a nice day. Say hi to the streamer in chat, though they may not be watching as they are doing something incredibly difficult. Oh, sorry, Grims. Have a great day. Bye, you guys. See you later. Oh, and Lord Ferret says, hey, brand new to SWTOR. Thanks for all your insane work. Cheers. Thank you. You're the guy from Reddit who helped the guy in the stage, right? There was such a nice little story. This guy, this person had been basically, I can't remember exactly what happened. They completely lost contact with their entire guild and weren't able to contact them anymore ever again. And this other player just helped them out and to say hi and say what happened. I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy. Okay, bye. Bye, everybody. See ya. Sorry to run off. I need a nap.
Everyone's here.